Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord. Now, when we left off, we gained one of the greatest weapons of all time. No, not mace. Not mace from the tournament. No, not that. What I am, of course, talking about is my wonderful new polearm. And, yeah, now, in this episode, I am going to try and fight back against the various units that are surrounding us here. Talking about the Botanians, of course. And I'm actually going to be attacking Urich. Why is he so fast? 4.7. Why is he so fast? Do I have too many prisoners? No. No, I don't have too many troops either. I have a huge amount of, well, stuff. So, I mean, I'm talking about horses here, obviously. I've got a huge amount of horses. So, I'm just going to let these guys go for the moment. Am I still slower? 4.2, 4.7. Alright, well, I'm just going to try and pursue him as much as I can. And hopefully Fafan will do okay with his army, because let's face it, this is what usually happens. These guys, the AI is actually smart enough to kind of stay just outside your reach. And then when you are weak, you basically go boom, and then they attack. So it is not a good idea to let these guys do whatever they want, because this guy was just waiting for reinforcements. He was just literally waiting for reinforcements. That's all he was waiting for. So anyway, let's get these guys to go into shield wall formation and everything. And I know, I generally tend to forget about my archers, but hopefully I won't forget about them this time, and we will be able to utilize them quite nicely. Now bear in mind that, of course, because the new patch, that there's a new update, if you didn't know, but there's a new update. The new patch basically removes all penalties in regards to night combat, which I gotta say is fantastic. I mean, obviously there shouldn't be, it shouldn't be the same in daytime as it is in nighttime, but I felt like the penalties were a bit too heavy for my liking, so definitely need to do something about that. Anyway, we're going to tell my infantry to do what they do. We're going to tell our archers to charge, apparently, as well. No, I didn't want to tell them to do that, so I'm actually just going to tell them to go back here, if at all possible. And let's see if I can do something here. There we go. Take out that guy. And, yeah, this polearm is just utterly fantastic. It really is. It is one of the best weapons for those of us that are not exactly great at using a sword. As you can see, there's a triple kill right there. Would you have ever imagined that Barney, the bumbling, the bumbling Barney would actually have gotten a triple kill in quick succession in any single fight ever? No way. So it's actually really nice to see that we are able to get some kills for once and have some fun, because it's certainly not a lot of fun when you are not getting, effective attacks in. And I don't really mind, not getting kills or anything like that, but if I'm not doing any damage, then obviously that is a little bit demoralizing. Let's just say that. So let's hope that I can, never mind. Maybe I can, no, see, anything that's that close to your horse, you're going to have a pretty hard time hitting. But anyway, there you go. We lost 5 units and we took out Urich. Is that a defector, by the way? Yeah, look at that. He was using Sturgian units. Ha! That's actually kind of hilarious. The Justice. You are my prisoner now. I will be executing this guy. I know. A bunch of people have told me that it's probably not the best idea to execute too many people. And I 100% agree. I 100% agree about that. But the problem is, I kind of, well, on the one hand, I don't want to, but on the other hand, I kind of do, because I would like to punish him for his treason, because obviously he has basically left our faction and basically made it kind of difficult for us. And he has joined our enemy, basically. And I personally feel like he should be executed. But I will just put him into the dungeon, I suppose, because then we can avoid any, well, bad things to happen. Because let's face it, we're probably going to have bad things happening. And that would not be too good. So, yeah, these guys actually can join me as well. So I think I'm going to get this guy to join me, and I think we can give everyone else apart from I don't know whether these are going to actually join me, so I'll just give everyone. Why not? Let's just get a whole bunch of influence from that. And then we probably want to recruit some more troops. There we go. And I haven't been into the Tavern very recently, so I'm actually going to go into the Tavern again, because you never know, there might be some units in here, like an expert thug, for example. Hello. I'll just recruit the expert thug, and then we have a game master right there, and a couple of companions as well. It's kind of unfortunate that you can't recruit anymore, dependent on your clan tier, but we're working on that. We're working on getting my clan tier a little bit higher, so we'll see if I can do that. But yeah, we're just going to continue onward, and we'll see if I can... Oh, that was raided. Of course it was. Was this raided as well? Yes. Okay, so apparently every single thing is raided around here. Okay, that's not very good. And let's recruit some troops. Oh, yeah, there we go. Give me all of that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to trade a little bit as well, because what I would like to do is maybe sell a couple of my weapons, because I have a lot of weapons right here, and these weapons are quite heavy. And that is making things a little bit uncomfortable. But I guess we could just go and do some smithing. As you can see, I actually have 10 stamina still. So let's just wait here for a little bit of time. The Sturgians, as you can see right here, got caught out once again. And as a result, they have been eliminated. That's the problem. The AI is a little bit too slow in regards to reacting to bigger armies approaching them. And as a result, it does make things very bad for the player if the player decides to join an AI army. So, got to watch out for that. Definitely got to watch out for that. Anyway, I think... Did we have a look at the smithing last time? I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to make a two-handed sword. Let's make a cool two-handed sword. Not this one. I actually just wanted to craft one just for the sake of crafting it. And maybe we can get something that looks really cool. What about that? That looks pretty cool. The difficulty, we can make it around about there. And let's actually just make it a two-handed. Can I make it a two-handed only and remove the one-handed version of it? Or no, I don't think that's the case. So I'm just gonna make that, and we will call it the bear claw. We'll call it the bear claw. Someone actually suggested that, so I thought, hey, why not? You know, let's just do that. And let's smelt a couple of things whenever we can. And then we'll smelt a couple of things on our companions as well, and then they need to refine a couple of things too. And then we will be able to smelt even more. And we're going to need to smelt something that actually gives me hardwood right here. So maybe the spear and the pitchfork. And that's basically it, unfortunately. So I just have to do that. There we go. So that's also the reason why I wanted to buy as much hardwood as possible at Sibia, but they didn't have any for some reason. So I'm not entirely sure why that would be. But I'm actually thinking of recalling one of my companions, because if I recall one of my companions, I can actually create a party with them, and then they can run around with me instead of not doing that. So it might make sense for us to do that. So I think I'm going to disband... let's actually have a look. They actually show me a detailed breakdown of what they've currently been doing. So as you can see right here, Pelisor is giving us plus 80, isn't it? No, wait a minute. That is just a general overview. Okay, so if we have a look here, Pelisor is having the most wages, but that could be because he has better troops by a little bit, maybe. But anyway, let's have a look at what else we have here. So Jin is making the most money. Lys is not. Okay, so Lys is going to be disbanded. And as you can see, emerges into a near clan party or goes to the nearest map faction settlement and joins its garrison. They're at Epicrotia at the moment. I wish I could speak to her. I would love to be able to speak to her. Maybe I can speak to her from here? No, I can just kick her from the clan. That's basically all I can do, which is unfortunate. Because the thing is that I can't create a party with Kiraslava, and that is the main problem that I have so far seen. I don't know why I can't do that, but it would probably be a good idea to get one of them back. So I suppose what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for Lys to get relatively close by to us, even though she's probably not even going to be heading over here anytime soon, because she is probably going to not want to run into enemy territory. So she's probably just going to run around Empire territory instead, because we're not at war against those guys anymore. So that's probably what is going to be happening for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. I would love to be able to get her back in my army, but seems like that will not happen at the moment. So let's just fight these Sea Raiders real quick. Oh, there's Samir. Maybe we can actually call our own army. That might actually make sense, because we can gain some leadership as a result then, which might be pretty fun to do. So I think I might do that. And not going to take any other loot, because I kind of want to move around relatively fast. And if we do get the opportunity to smith again, then I don't really want to have too much on me. We're going to be using a couple of horses here, unfortunately, as well. Okay, so let's call our own army. Let's make one. Vidar is the only one that can join me, because this guy's currently fighting an enemy. Okay, so let's just do that for the moment. Who's he fighting? Oh, he's raiding a village. Okay, that's not going to do much. That's not going to do much, Simir. Can I help him? I can help him. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's actually really cool. So you can actually help a lord when they are already raiding. Ah, that's actually nice. Okay, so I'm probably going to get talked to now. Yes. This is not something I'm happy with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to test it out. I just wanted to see if it would actually work for me to join the guy. And it actually seems like it does. So let's get Samir to join me as well. There we go. And we've got 100 cohesion, which is really nice. Okay, so there you go. He's enlisted. So we now have 150, which is still nothing in comparison to some of the Batanian armies. And I'm a bit worried about it, to be honest. Okay, let's see how Balgard is actually doing. My leadership is increasing as well. 115 defenders. We would probably be able to take that, but the thing is are we going to actually be able to complete any of the siege mechanics? Because the enemy does tend to appear very fast, and that is kind of a problem. So I'm wondering whether we should strike a little bit deeper into enemy territory, because that might actually make a little bit more sense. 313 defenders. Okay, so we have Olek, who is a defector, by the way, I believe. So let's fight him. Get him! Get him! Okay, it's going to be nighttime. I don't really like fighting at night, but now that they've removed the penalty to ranged units, it might be okay. But we're going to be fighting this guy because, let's face it, anyone that deserts their faction deserves everything they get. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so Samir's going to handle the infantry, and I will handle everything else. Although I'm not a big fan of him actually doing the infantry personally, so maybe I'll do a little bit of something about that. So let's get my archers over here, and I'm actually going to tell the infantry to do a shield wall and get into position. And there is the opponent. Okay, so we're going to have to be a bit careful. He's only got 14 archers, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. And bear in mind that they are Sturgian units for the most part, so it should be pretty easy to eliminate them. I know. Me basically saying that Sturgian units are easy to eliminate. Yeah, it's actually true. They are really easy to eliminate in comparison to some of the others that we have fought so far. Mostly the Empire. The Empire is actually kind of hard, and them having a snowball effect is pretty harsh, in my opinion. But, you know, maybe that has been changed now because they have, you know, the developers have released that patch that is hopefully going to make a difference. So let's get my people down here. Let's get the archers just behind them. And then we will try and eliminate a little bit more of these cavalry, because they seem to be doing a little bit of an annoying thing with us right now. Oh, there we go. There's a horse dead, at least. And, what? Oh, never mind. I actually thought a peasant killed one of my people, which was not going to be very pleasing. Okay, so I am not entirely sure what to do here, because the thing is that if you get close to Sturgians, they're just going to throw all kinds of stuff at you, including the kitchen sink, and that's not going to be very pleasing to my face. So I will hopefully be able to take out these guys. They're being so annoying, aren't they? These cavalry. They're being very annoying indeed. But have you noticed how effective I'm actually being with this polearm equipped? It's actually crazy how effective this is in comparison. Really crazy. Alright, so we're just going to move these guys a little bit ahead, and we'll move the archers a little bit to the side as well. Maybe I can do something. Oh, hello. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of damage to my horse. Not a big fan of that. Is that actually the leader? That might actually be the leader of the enemy faction. Well, shall we say the enemy of the leading army? Yes, that's great. Did you hear what I just said? Just ignore it. Just ignore what I've just said. Yes, don't say anything. Okay. Anyway, the point is that the leader of the enemy army does need to do something, and hopefully we will be able to kill him relatively easily. But have you seen how easy this is to eliminate Sturgians? It's actually kind of frightening how easy it is. Let me actually just go and tell the range to do what they want to do with skirmishing. There we go. And we're getting so many kills, literally just because I have changed my weapon. Crazy. So that is a definite recommendation for those of us that are not exactly great. You definitely want to go and get something with this, like a glaive or something like that. And I don't know whether I've already thanked you, but thank you very much to the fellow that actually left the comment about the glaive, because that is just wow. It's a fantastic weapon. At least I don't even know whether this is actually a pure glaive or anything like that, but I just know that it is a weapon that is a slashing polearm, and that's all I looked for, basically, when trying to find this thing. So anyway, there you go. That's a victory for us, and we literally lost 1 unit, and Sumier lost 7. So we're doing well at eliminating their vassals, and hopefully we will be able to take him prisoner. Yes, we can. So I'm going to take him prisoner as well. And we have a bunch of prisoners here, and I have a lot of space, so might as well take them. And we'll take the horses, but I will leave basically everything else, I think, unless there is something amazing here. But it's we're going to take this and the beer and so on and so forth, because that's always good to have. And these throwing weapons are probably pretty fun to use. I'm not entirely sure if I will take them, though. Shall I? Yeah, why not? I kind of miss using thrown weapons, so I'm going to have a couple of them in my possession, just in case. Just in case. And there's 313 here, as we know. So this is basically impossible for us to take with 136. What about this castle? What about this castle over here? 48! Okay, let's try it. This is actually fantastic. Vidar has now appeared out of nowhere, and he has joined our army. Unfortunately, we still only have 200 total as our strength, and that's really, really bad. That is really, really bad. So I'm not entirely sure what we can do about this, but I think what I am going to do is possibly just auto-resolve this. That might actually make sense, so I'm just going to auto-resolve it and see if we can achieve a nice victory here. There you go. There's a pretty easy victory for us. Now, here's the thing. I did want to go in manually, but it is going to then put us much more at risk, and that's the problem. Putting us at risk is a really, really big issue, because if we auto-resolve, we can get it out of the way very, very fast, but if we don't, and we go in, and then we lose a huge amount of units, and then we run away, and then we're trapped by a whole bunch of enemies, then obviously we're going to be in a pretty bad situation. So I'm not going to take any of the loot right now. We're doing pretty well when in regards to our current situation here. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to just wait here for some time, and hopefully my forces, my fellows' forces, my comrades' forces will be able to restore themselves just a little bit. And there's Urich. Hello. What are you doing here? Didn't we capture him, by the way? Didn't we capture him earlier? I think we did. Why is he here? Hello. You seem to want to fight again. Well, I will oblige you then, Urich. Let us do this. There we go. We caught him finally. Alright, so it's been a while. I hear you took Ov Castle. Yes, I did, but yes, I am going to murder you now because you are once again a defector, and we will be harsh on defectors because let's face it, we would be in a much better situation if he had stayed with us. But obviously, he decided that it would be a better idea to go where the grass is greener, at least for now. For now, maybe it's not actually going to work out too well for us, but I hope that we will be able to fight back in a pretty nice way. And we're just going to get my forces to move a little bit forward there. This guy's trying to use javelin against an extremely long polearm. That's never going to... Wow, that was hilarious. Okay, he got murdered by that horse raider. That was absolutely... that was fantastic. That was really good. Okay, well, anyway, we're just going to move these guys ahead. I think we probably don't even have to use tactics against 49 units. We probably don't. But I'm still going to be cautious here because I don't really want to lose that many units and so on. So, yeah, that's hopefully going to be the way it will be. And hopefully I can do some damage with my polearm as well. Okay, so we're just going to run through them right here, and then I will maybe do a little bit of extra damage here too. There we go. And I'm actually going to tell my cavalry to charge in now so that they can, you know, do some skirmishing and so on. And we'll just let these guys do whatever they want to do now. Ah, can't believe I missed that. Really? That was kind of disappointing. Oh well. We've leveled up quite a bit, and as you can see, I'm actually getting some skill in tactics now because my people are actually getting, you know, kills and things. And yeah, that actually brings me to the next point. I feel like most of the skills take quite a long time to level up, and I'm not entirely sure if that needs to be tweaked. What do you think? Have you played the game? If you've played the game, then by all means let me know. Do you think the skills are a little bit too slow to level up, or do you think they need a bit of tweaking? I don't know about it really, because on the one hand, I would like to level up all of my skills really, really fast, but on the other hand, they give you focus points. And these focus points can be used to increase the speed at which you learn things. And I, of course, have not specced that much into tactics or leadership or anything like that, so of course, those skills are going to take longer to level up in the end, which is exactly the reason why it is taking a while to level up those things. So I guess I have answered my own question. I guess, kind of. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so there's Urich. I might let my guys just go now because we've done what we came to do. We took that castle, and if we disband the army now, then they can go off and do whatever they want to do. Is there anyone else that can actually join us? No, not really. Yeah, so I'm just going to let them do whatever they want to do. They're going to go and recruit some more units and things, and I'm going to go over to Ov Castle and see if I can maybe do a little bit of defending if it is necessary. Because let's face it, if there's a huge army, and I'm talking about massive, we're never going to be able to defend this. Or maybe we will, I don't know, but I don't actually have control over the siege weapons or anything like that in this area. So, of course, you know, if someone big comes along, then I will probably have a pretty hard time. But hopefully that will not happen, because it is just a small castle, but they probably will go quite hard to get it back. So I hope that will not be the case. But anyway, let's get these guys to join us. That's exactly the reason why I captured a bunch of Sturgians as well, because then we can actually recruit them if we wanted to. Let's get a couple of recruits as well. Maybe they'll level up over time too, which would be quite nice. But otherwise, do we have anything that we haven't leveled up or anything like that? We are getting closer. Ah, yes, we have leveled up with leadership. Okay, so we have small XP bonus per day to the entire party, or we have a medium XP bonus per day to tier 1, 2, 3 troops. Going to go for the medium XP bonus in my opinion, because getting a whole army of tier 4 troops sounds much better than just gaining a little bit of extra experience with your tier 4. It just doesn't really make sense in my opinion, because the tier 4 are good enough to be able to level up pretty fast just by getting kills and things, and I think that seems quite good to me. So how is everyone doing in terms of our caravan? Our caravan's not doing so well right now, because as you can see, we're actually ending up losing a little bit of money, And I think that is generally due to my own wages. Raganvad has created an army, and he's right there, and he is raiding the village. Do I want to help him? Do I want to help him raid the village? I guess I could. But if he gets caught out, then we might have some issues. I'm going to execute this guy. I know that that's probably not the best idea, but I'm going to execute him nevertheless because I don't want to see his face again, because he's literally running around taunting us, basically being like, "Hey, look at me. I'm on the enemy faction. What are you going to do about it?" You know, he's doing that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's not actually working out too well for us, but yeah, he's not raiding that village. He's just kind of standing there. I thought he was raiding it because it was on fire, but then I realized it was ours. Yes, that's great, isn't it? Okay, so he's just going to go off and do that. Personally, I don't really want to join him because we have had situations... Hello there. We have had situations where we've been in an AI army and it has gone so badly that they have gotten themselves caught out, and it has resulted in me taking basically all the casualties and all the risk in the world, and as a result we got taken prisoner. Do you remember, you know, a previous episode? And then I spent a bit of time getting my units back up on their feet, bringing some people out from our garrison and things like that, but I don't want to have to do that every single time. So, you know, I would like to try and prevent as much risk to our own party as much as possible. And look at that guy. He dies so fast. And so easily. What is going on with that guy? I have no idea. But anyway, let's just tell everyone to delegate themselves, because this is a very easy battle for us, or it should be a very easy battle where we should lose very minimal troops. And the main reason why I do this, of course, is to try and thin out the amount of vassals that the enemy has. I know that some people have mentioned, ooh, that was not good. That was not a good idea for me to do that. But anyway, I know that some people have mentioned in the comments that the ability to murder enemy lords, you know, execute them and so on and so forth. I know that a lot of people have warned me against doing too much of that. But the main reason why I'm doing it is literally just to try and reduce the amount of presence that the enemy has. But then I believe that someone else actually did mention too that that is also an issue, because they were doing that a lot. They were actually executing a lot of people, and it was not making any difference whatsoever because they just had so many lords. So that might also be a bit of a problem. And so we've got to look out for that too. So I'm being a bit selective, I guess, on who we execute and who we don't. But you saw that that guy that we took prisoner and donated to the town actually was released literally very shortly afterwards. I personally don't think that's how it should be. You know, I think he should stay off the game board, I guess you could call it, for more than a couple of moments. I feel like, you know, captured lords should stay in there for maybe 1 to 2 months and then potentially escape at that point, not after 1 to 2 days. So there might be something, a little bit of tweaking to be done there, but otherwise we lost 0 from our own party, and hopefully we'll be able to take this guy prisoner. Again, you save our necks, Barney. Truly, you are the best of friends. Ah, yes, I did save you. Did I? Not really. Okay, so we will take this guy prisoner, and I'm thinking we will also execute him. Should I? Because he was a Sturgian. He was a Sturgian. He was a defector. So I'm thinking that we'll probably keep that up, won't we? I don't really know, because a lot of you have said that it is going to cause a great deal of problems if I continue to execute people. And while I would like to try to prevent enemy lords from running around and being extremely effective at what they do, because they are, you know, pretty effective, I don't really know about it, to be honest. So I guess I'm just going to leave it for the moment, and let's actually have a look at how many units they have in Balgard, because I would like to maybe try to take it if there's not that many. 129. Yeah, that's not really going to happen. But how's our clan doing? Oh, we are actually clan tier 3. Fantastic. Okay, that's great. The next tier is 900. Have fun with that. Anyway, we now have another space for an additional companion. Can you believe it? Oh, finally. Finally. All right, so that means I will go to the nearby village that has been raided. Okay, never mind. I actually wanted to recruit from there, but oh well, never mind. Hopefully our lords will actually be able to do something. And the Southern Empire has actually declared war on Britannia. That's good. That's very good, because the Southern Empire is very strong indeed. They're very, very strong, and I would not want to go up against them, that's for sure. So let's go into the tavern here. Okay, so we have a Shield Maiden and the Wanderer. I have no idea what kind of stats these have, but I will be speaking to them nevertheless, and we will see what's going on. I came from a good family with much land. Since I was a girl, I wished to be a shield maiden. I practiced fighting with the village boys and the old warriors, but it is a strange thing. While some families in our lands take pride in a daughter who takes up arms, others accord it a great shame, and my father was of the latter type. Okay, so here's the thing also, by the way. A number of people have said that I am only recruiting female companions. That's the thing. I'm actually not doing that on purpose. I have literally just come across them. That's it. I've literally just come across them, and that's who I've recruited in the past. And I only came across a male companion a couple of episodes ago, or was it off-screen? Maybe it was off-screen, but I didn't obviously have any space in my clan to be able to invite them, so I wasn't able to do that. But because these two ladies are here, I thought, okay, let's do it. I had no special desire to be married, but my family found me a groom anyway. I consented, but my husband and I detested each other from the first. Once he insulted me in the marketplace, I cursed his manhood, he struck me, and I pulled a knife and he pulled his. I won. The elders sat in judgment on our case. As it turned out, they had plenty of precedent. They accorded our fight a fair duel, and thus I was innocent of murder. On the other hand, I was excluded from his inheritance. I suppose that was fair, although I would have enjoyed wearing his jewels and riding his horse in front of his family. Ah, well, why not? You seem like a very good fighter. Come and join me. Suffice to say, I could not return to my father's house. I went on my way, happy to live the life of a warrior I had always dreamed of living. But soon I found out. The tales I loved as a girl, of shield maidens who fought for honor, do not pertain to a woman with no family or land. One cannot fight for honor when one doesn't know where the next meal comes from, so I fight for pay. All right. So yes, I could definitely use someone like you. Wow, you're actually very expensive. All right, let's see what her skills are. Maybe she has enough skills to pay the bills and murder a whole bunch of people. That would be nice. So let's go over here, go to the dungeon, donate the prisoners, because obviously we've got to do that. We do have Rochivol. Remember this guy's name, by the way. Mark my words, we're going to see this guy literally in like 2 days. What do you bet? What do you bet? Hopefully that's not going to be the way it will be. But, yeah, we have minus 98 relation with him. That's kind of funny. Okay, so we have now recruited another companion. And hopefully that companion can actually create her own party. She has no clan role at the moment. Whoa, she's got some good two-handed skill. Look at that two-handed skill. Oh, what an insane beast. All right. Well, let me actually just take a look at her gear. Actually. Okay, so she's got pretty awful gear, as you can tell. And we're going to need to give her something. I have the bear claw. Is it good for her? It's a two-handed. Maybe it's good. And I can potentially give her any horse that I own. So I could literally give her a destrier, for example. Let's give her a destrier. Okay, I think we're going to go a bit crazy with kitting her out, because I think that she's going to be an insanely good companion to have, and I'm thinking that we're going to give her a really good two-handed sword. So I am not going to give her the bear claw for the moment. She does have the bear claw, but it is, let's face it, kind of bad. So let's go here and see if we can maybe buy something that is a little better for her. Can I select two-handeds only? Okay, so we got some two-handed axe. Oh, that's actually a really nice two-handed axe. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. I'm actually going to buy the Northern Decorated Two-Handed Axe. That seems like a fun thing to do. Let's have a look at shields as well. Okay, let's buy the 42,000... No, let's not buy the 42,000 shield. Let's buy a Tall Heater Shield. Actually sounds pretty good for her. I guess we'll buy that as well. And we need to buy some armor for her too. So let's see. What kind of armor can I buy? What is good? This is pretty good, but this is 41,000. Oh! Aha! This is one of the new... This is one of the new armor pieces, and as you can quite tell, it is 488,000. Yeah. I feel like the developers need to do something about this whole armor shortage thing. So I guess I'm just going to buy her the next best thing, which is this for 3,000. And that will be that. I do want to buy her a helmet. So let's see what I can buy. Is there anything good here? Something over 30 protection, please? I don't think it's going to really make that much difference for her, by the way. I think she's probably going to be... Oh, this is actually better than what I have. Why am I wearing this if it's so bad? What? What is actually going on with that? Okay, well, let's just buy that. And then I will wear this, and she can wear my old helm. And we're going to pay 16,000 for this. All right, I think that's pretty good. So she's going to do that, and we will now equip that for her. Okay, so now I have to find all that stuff, which is great. Okay, what was it again? Decorated Northern Axe. There we go. So she can use that. And can she actually... Yeah, she can use that, but that's a one-handed / two-handed. I don't really want her to use that. There's a Tall Heater Shield that can go on her back to try and prevent her from being murdered. And we need to give her some armor as well, which we have here. So let's do this, and I think that is basically it. I think that's going to be pretty good for her. I think she's going to be an absolute beast, or at least I hope she's going to be a beast. And then we will go into our character screen and just have a look at her actual stats. She has 100 in throwing proficiency, so I could technically give her a throwing weapon, and she would do quite well with it, I guess. But she's much better with a bow, as you can see. So I probably want to give her a bow as well. So let me have a look here. Ranged. Okay, so she's got good bow skill, right? She's got like 100 bow skill or something like that. So we could probably give her something really, really nice. So maybe like maybe a heavy recurve bow or something. I don't want to give her anything too expensive because let's face it. I mean, it's a bit much, you know. It's a bit much. Okay, so let's have a look here. What's best? Piercing arrows are the best. We'll buy those for her. 25,000. I'm spending way too much on this one companion, aren't I? But it's fun. It's fun to do so because I'm never going to be able to use a bow, am I? So let's just give her this and piercing arrows. Oh yeah, we need to buy her some horse armor too. So let's buy her some horse armor as well. There we go. Okay, so these are pretty cheap. I could buy her this. Wow. That's 25,000. Let's not do that. Let's just buy her the next best thing, which is the Botania horse harness. And then that will be that. Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah. That's actually... There we go. Fantastic. All right. So now she is completely sorted. Let's go to our clan screen. Thank you. And we will make... Yes, there we go. I actually thought to myself that it wasn't going to work for a second. That was going to be awful. Okay, so she can have 65 troops in her army, which is just fantastic. And I am very pleased to see that she is going to be doing her thing, which is really nice. All right, that's great. So she's going to go and do that. And I could technically now call her. Can I call her to join me in an army? Yes, I can. But obviously, as you can see, party has less men than 40% of its party size limit. So we have to wait for her to kind of get some things going there. And something is actually going on, as far as I'm aware. Aren't they besieging something? I'm actually unsure, but as you can see, the Botanians are absolutely murdering us in every single way, but thankfully we're at peace with most other people, so we'll see if we can maybe pull it back, but it's looking unlikely at this point. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.